gravy is a big thing. We say stuffing is the glue of Thanksgiving, but without gravy.
Where would we be?
I don't know.
Foundation.
You're gonna just cut up some celery and cut this head of garlic through the middle for two halves, exposing all the cloves. Onions in the bottom of the roast, just a big roasting pan. We're gonna act like we're actually roasting a turkey, but we're gonna use turkey parts. You can use a couple thighs, a couple of legs. The garlic we're gonna use these vegetables. This is my favorite thing, is to skip the cornstarch, the flour, all this, and use these roasted vegetables as our kind of really tasty thickener for your gravy.
You did that last year, and I applied it to my own gravy, and no roux, no thickening. It's just pure, unadulterated flavor.
So in the bottom of the roasting pan, single layer those vegetables.
And don't you think you really avoid that raw flour taste that sometimes gravy gets?
I honestly either end up cooking my roux or flour so long it tastes singed or burned, or it's raw and lumpy. I just remember my mother, like, you know, whisking those lumps of flour, and I just thought, you know what, Mom?
There's got to be a better way, Mother.
No more. So brush your rack a little bit with some oil, because the turkey can really stick. And, you know, I mean, I love to eat these wings when we're done. So you get a bonus snack on the side.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, this is big.
It's a pterodactyl.
Salt on there, and just let's pretend you're getting ready mentally for the whole bird also. So just right on top there, the two wings.
Now, Alex, could you do this like a week or two in advance and freeze the gravy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You could do this a week or two in advance, totally make all the gravy and freeze it. You could make it a few days before, whatever you like, honestly. And we're gonna roast these wings or legs or thighs, whatever you're using, at 375 degrees until the internal temperature is 160, 165 in the thickest part. I find the wings take about 2.5 hours. I know it doesn't look that way, but to really have them cooked and get that turkey taste, you gotta leave this in the oven.
I got you. Come on, Jeff.
Thank you. Okay, so here we are. In the oven we go. And I am
I just peeped them.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they're so good, right?
Come on.
Come on. Why don't I just make this ridiculous? Sorry, thank you. Look at this. I mean, you
Look at that.
I know, right?
Let me get the hot sauce, some melted butter.
Wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be funny?
Some blue cheese.
All right, right on the burner with this, right? We're trying to go also fewer dishes all the time, so we'll make the gravy right in the roasting pan. And this, honestly, my mother always did this. She just threw the pan on the burner, and she started to make the gravy. So that garlic, those garlic halves, we'll actually leave those to the side. So put the turkey in here.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Right in there. We want to maximize flavor, and from the meat, get all we can from it and eat the meat on top of it. So we're working OT here. All these just tender roasted vegetables. And by the way, that long cooking time is not just to cook the turkey, it's also to get those vegetables super tender. Some dry sherry.
Oh, yeah.
Right in there.
Oh, sherry.
That's a very Alex Guarnaschelli.
It is.
Where's the vinegar?
I always
vinegar
put
on
in
that
my
table.
Thanksgiving gravy. Dry sherry, always.
Isn't it? It's like lobster bisque and gravy. I gotta have it.
Yeah.
What about those bay leaves?
I know, you're eyeballing the
like
bay
the bay
leaves.
leaves.
You are. I'm gonna add a little bit of mustard. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Okay?
This is such
Here we go.
That's good. There's nothing wrong with it.
I am sick of the
You
mustard
guys
shaming.
leave Alex
I
alone.
love it. I love
It's delicious. A little Dijon goes a long way.
Well, here we're looking to give all our
I
gravy.
use it in my gravy.
It's
Yeah.
a thickener,
It's a natural thickener, totally. The 2 bay leaves in there. You don't have to use them if it upsets you. Now, my mother would mostly use water, or she would boil the neck and the gizzard all day on the stove in some water, and then use that to make the gravy. I think, you know, shortcut, pour a quart of chicken stock in here.
And that's another thing when you're shopping for Thanksgiving, buy extra quarts of chicken stock. You always need more.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. Now, I think, you know, we talk a lot about stock and broth, and I'm trying to get all that flavor from the wings into this. And we're just gonna simmer this. Simmer it nice and easy, slow and low. And then I'm gonna puree the vegetables in the blender together. We'll flake the meat, we'll make sandwiches, we'll eat it. We'll even drop some back in the gravy.
Okay.
And it ends
Oh,
up
here we
like
go.
this.
It looks so good.
Nice and thick. Look at this gravy, it's so
This
good.
gravy is
Might wanna-
gorgeous.
And maybe a rinse with a little stock.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of stock because it starts to get thick.
You want to keep some stock hanging around. I keep stock a little pot on the stove or on the side for the whole meal prep. You like that? She's happy.
Oh, this is a perfect consistency. And the idea that we didn't use any flour or cornstarch in this, it's just naturally thick from pureeing those veggies in it.
Throw some meat in there. You could add a little vinegar if you need it. Adjust it, taste it.
We'll eat Brussels
You guys,
and wine.
this gravy is so rich. That's what I get from it.
Oh, no, she didn't.
And I think it's
Oh.
I think it's from having
going
that
back
bit
in.
of Dijon in there and
care.
pureeing the
Again.
vegetables.
Yeah, it's really good. And then I
Super
like
rich
to let
and
a little of
delicious.
that gravy just pool